Welcome to Going Insane with Temperance Shemaine. That's me. Thanks for joining me. A little sad right now. I found out, first of all, welcome. Y'all are gangsta. I called in the OCG, the original Cosmic Kings. And the way this day rolled out, great message this morning, and things kind of proceeded as normal, and it just was interesting. So first, let's start first things first. Yes, let's. Where'd you go? There he is. All right. Okay, so. No.
So they really.
Okay. This video. Everybody needs to watch it. It's a little long. David's information is always long because it's jam-packed full of that crazy truther stuff. First thing I saw today was actually, okay, let's go. Janine.
Hi there.
There she was. Okay. Was this video by Tarot by Janine. See down here? Okay. Tarot by Janine. I told you about her, yesterday? And I listened to that video first, just because I always listen to Janine. And I had seen the David Wilcock video yesterday, but I didn't have time because I was very busy with things unraveling, as y'all might know. Okay, so back to David. A friend of mine and I got on his train, on David's train, way back. It was maybe 2012 or 2013, something like that. I don't do dates much, but I know about what was going on at the time and about how yada yada. So about 2012-ish, okay. And I've since found the video again, but it's the one that tipped me off to what was going on to take down the divine matrix. I'm trying to think of words I can say, okay? Be patient. And that they had to do it in such a way that it was complete opposite, because they're from the divine matrix, trying to shut down the undivine matrix, and they can't behave like the undivine matrix dwellers. They have to do it by the letter of the law of the universe and of man, without missing one dotted I or crossing one T. And, oh man, I'm like, oh boy, this could take maybe a couple of years, and they were going to start throwing out these subpoenas and warrants and putting it into it. And it took longer than anybody expected because of all the free will factors. And it's a chess game, moves and counter moves. And they didn't want another 911 event, okay? So then, this is why I got assertively on my journey. I believed in the cause. And I went on top of as a watcher on the wall, hollering as loud as I could from every platform, and putting the puzzle pieces together as they were laid before me, and making my puzzle vision bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until what you see today. And this included my entire journey, including my religious teachings and my life experiences and obstacles and trauma dramas, etc. Everything ties in together as stepping stones and building blocks. Okay? It's always about how you choose to handle it. Okay, thank you. So that's kind of a nutshell. All right. So I listened to Janine's, and then I'm like, wow, that was said on there? And she found them through her cards and her energy, and I can tell through my discernment that she's right on the money, honey. And that's why I use her. And other lit people that I know we found her early on. Now she's just blown up. I mean, everybody's watching her. I mean, I don't know anybody. I mean, everybody is watching her. Okay, she's over 50,000. She's like over 60,000 subs in just a few months. That's beside the point. I do digress. Sorry about that. So I went in and I listened. I know that listening to David's content, and it's all worth listening to. And if you want to catch up, and if you want to know the nuts and bolts, you should listen to this one today. And then you can go backwards in time and get caught up pretty much to speed. If you've heard bad things about him, well, that's because you'll hear bad things about everyone they're trying to discredit, including the guy who Janine checked on about what David spoke of in this video. Let's just say BG and Microsoft getting a divorce, as if they ever get a divorce, and the MSM main stream media have been like throwing him under the bus. Now, I don't watch the news, mind you. I did know something about this. I wasn't paying that much attention because I knew it was a ruse. But I figured it was a ruse from the Undivine Matrix dwellers. It's not. Apparently, he's flipped the switch on, the light switch, on in a dark room where all the little secret rats and roaches were. About a certain event that happened November 3rd-ish. And he has all of the keys to how it went down. This means, okay, so let me back up. I'll back up a little, okay? And all the evidence is laid out. I can't do David's video. It would take me 3 hours. So I'm gonna do the best I can, okay? Be patient with me. Apparently, my pillow, and making a movie. He made a movie about, I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak to it, but it's about what's going on against the voters' choice by a large unanimous, almost like 80% of the whole country. Okay? Anyway, apparently BG and his minions, his employees, the ones that coordinated the assault on our democracy this time, because they knew they needed to make it on a larger scale than what they usually do it on, which they do it often, and that will be exposed too. That's another video. It's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about this one, right? Okay. They hid his, he went in. If you conceal my identity, like shade him out, but then I will tell you what happened. And he did. So now they have all the information and a testimony, first-hand testimony. Okay. I don't know why. Okay. But it doesn't matter. Because as long as the truth is out, that's what matters. And that means that there's less cat and mouse going to be going on, and that things are going to start wrapping up. Yay! Okay, so now, watch. The first thing we have to do is do a happy dance. And then we have to go, oh man, what about him? Because he's done horrendous crimes against humanity and been a party and in cahoots for a long time. So what do we do with him? We forgive him and anybody who comes forward with the truth. We have to. Radical truth. Radical honesty, right? Radical forgiveness. And we let those that are qualified judge this soul. He won't be set free, and he won't be torn apart by mankind for what he's done. And we shouldn't wish it upon him either, because that takes away from our journey, okay? Please help the people around you to understand when this starts coming out, and it will. it's time for us to get ready because the issue's going to hit the fan not too long, and it's going to, I mean, it could encompass as much as the next, no, May, June, July. May, June, July. Those are the months. May's half over, almost. But by August, okay, we're going to live in a whole new concept of what life means. It's gonna, I mean, I told you the veil's this thin. We have to be steadfast in our understanding of what it means to self-love, self-forgive unconditionally, so that we can show other people what that means, because that's what we're going to need. Because this information that's going to be released is not, it's not something you can chew. If you haven't been already chewing, it's going to be a whole lot of pterodactyl to eat. Like a crow. Like eating a crow, right? I call it pterodactyl-sized crow. Because as global citizens, we're all responsible for being culpable to the shenanigans that have been going on. Okay? This is not a game. This is the real deal. So now my sad news. I was posting the video up on my Facebook ministry and stuff while I was listening to David. And I was, which, and you know, I was like, under the, it said on the side of my screen, it said contents. And I saw a friend of mine that I met on Facebook about a year ago. And we became tight as gangsta soldiers on, you know, my ministry. Okay, so I called it ministry because it went from 35 friends to 5,000 in a week and a half. Because I started posting stuff that was pertinent. More of that another day. But this kid, he was younger than me, young dad. I think he's from New York. His name was Hosea Amos. And today his name popped up now, and I did go look for him, and I was sending him messages, but he just quit. Just, you know, I did check a couple times, I think, back then, and I just wrote it off as, I don't know, Facebook friends. Come and go, right? Something happened. Girlfriend got jealous, or he went to prison. It could have happened. He's a gangster for God, but a gangster from New York too. I mean, he was tough street dude, real from the streets, right? And when I was living in my car, I went up by a church here, and I spoke to him on the phone that night, and I told him like 3 months earlier, saying, one of these days we'll talk and I'll tell you how my ministry got started on the Facebook. And this night I talked to him, and then I never heard from him again, and I couldn't find him. Come to find out, he died right around the same time. And I'm like, why didn't you guys? And you're like, Tracy, because it wasn't time. You weren't supposed to know. For his children, for whatever's happening next, because I wasn't healed. Everything, all of those, one of those, pick one. Pick them all. The timing wasn't right. But I've spoken with one of his children now on email. I'm going to mourn your dad's loss, the loss of your dad in your life. I'm going to. If you're watching, Miguel, okay? He's a soldier for God, and his pain and not addressing it correctly, like we've laid out here in these videos, took him away too soon. The pain, he flew away on his pain, and not having dealt with it. And that's what I'm going to say on that. But for the grace of God, go I. That way. Anyway, I honor his memory right now. But I was wondering why these two circumstances were brought into culmination today for me in this way at the same time. What's the connection? Can you guys see it? We haven't dealt with our pain and our codependencies and tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the light, and really the overwhelming nature of what's going to be released as the truth of what's been going on that we've been compliant to because we have not put a stop to it. It's going to overwhelm a lot of souls, and it can't be us. So I'm begging you, please do the work. Do the work. And step out of the undivine matrix, because it doesn't work. We are the way showers for a reason. And we need to stand and stand strong and know what the fuck we're doing from the inside out. Not just faking it to make it, and not with a mask on pretending that we're healed and that we're healing or that we know what to do. That's what the point of these videos are about. And we've reached go time. It's go time any second. Every second going forward from here. Every single second going forward from here is go time. Okay. Sage. Be devoted and committed. Let's just start at the beginning of the book. I was going to say, sorry for being so heavy, but I'm not. I'm not. This is what it's about. This is the rubber meeting the road. When I call y'all gangsta, I'm not even playing. It's time to figure it out. It's time to group in. It's time to quit playing patty cake with the bullshit. I don't know how else. I think you guys get me. Right? I know you did. Okay. I saw the page, but I forgot what page it was. Hey, OCGs, it's your message, not my message. Still. Be devoted and sage. Be devoted and committed. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. The sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. I just picked off the top. I shuffled them all and picked off the top. They're so flipping good at this. The sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on the card. Because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. As the wandering yogi is on this card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those whom you come into contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and all your inner workings. Read that again. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and of all your inner workings. Because that awesomeness, I saw that awesomeness. Because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. Breathe that in. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and of all your inner workings. Because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. Devotion is a powerful energy. Devotion. I am devoted to my walk, to my Christ, don't doubt Christ consciousness is here. Don't forget to watch that, David. That's in there too. What is going on after? It lays it out. Y'all need to watch that video. I strongly encourage you to do that, okay? Please. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body, but also a soul, is all you need to continue growing and expanding. Gangsta. Don't forget it. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now. And it's important you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. I swear, I just pulled it off. I shuffled and I set them down. And I looked at them and I thought, I'm just going to take the top one off each one because I don't want to do a whole reading right now, like I usually do. Okay, y'all can blame me or not blame me. I don't care. I know what I prefer. But, where's it? Okay. Not my message. That's not it. Oh my gosh. Be quiet. They may have wanted me to do a full reading. But they understand why I don't want to. I'm sad about my friend. I don't usually get sad. I don't usually mourn for people who have transcended. Because they're already, they're good. They're good. I'm sad because I didn't know. But I know there's a reason for it. So I just need to process it. And I'm allowed. I'm allowed to feel sad. I'm going to cry. I'm going to. Not yet, though. We can't get lost like that, people. We need as many soldiers with feet on the ground as we can muster. Okay? In balance. Patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. Too much focus on one thing, ignoring responsibility. Oh, self-care message. Now, the first one was essential meanings. This is self-care message. Too much focus on one thing, ignoring responsibilities that you dislike, excess, imbalance, not seeing the bigger picture. Ever elusive balance. You could drive yourself a little nutty chasing the perfect ratio of work, home, health, family, social life, hobbies, and woo time. Woo. That's what this is. And woo time. And it's okay not to strive for such a compulsive perfection. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out. This one says way the bleep out. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out is exactly what's needed to usher in some desperately needed balance. Then again, you might be so complacent that your heart is begging for a healthier mix. And if this is you, and you'll know when it is, then the universe requires more consistent energy from you in order to deliver your dreams. Regardless of your situation, if you feel misaligned and out of whack, it's time to come back to center. Look for solutions Look for solutions in situations that feel grounded and calming. Avoid anything that will tip the scales and suck away too much of your energy, time, or money, or that will provide you with too much lazying around time. And actively seek the moderation of tasks and time. Step away from the drastic and excessive and any imbalances that just don't feel right. Consistent introspection to see where you're lacking and when you're leaking energy, and where you're leaking energy will guide you to the middle ground that's required right now. It's another right now card. We've had two or 3 days full of right now cards. Okay? I'm telling you, time has come today. To understand this is not going to be next year. It's not going to be 10 years. It's not going to be 10 months. I mean, it may be less than 10 weeks. It could start in 10 days. See? We've been waiting a long time. I mean, it has to pop off eventually. Watch that video. You'll get a lot out of it. Don't skip. Do what you want. It's just none of my business what you do. I recommend not skipping. Lazing around time, and actively seek the moderation of tasks and time. Step away from the drastic and excessive and any imbalances that just don't feel right. Consistent introspection to see where you're lacking and where you're leaking energy will guide you to the middle ground that's required right now. Find long-term success through a measured blending of strengths, productivity, and stillness. No one can create balance for you. Only you know it, because it's a feeling. How balanced do you feel today? I feel pretty balanced. What does a balanced life look like to you? Can you plan a week around this? Are there any self-critical not enoughs that are eating their way into your balance? Do that so you guys can screenshot it. I'd say we have a balance of cards here. Nine of Raphael. He's holding a genie bottle. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. Awaken. Okay. We're going to leave that there. I'll see, I'll jump in the river and see where it takes me, and see if I'm supposed to do another reading tonight or just wait till the morning. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love you. I love you. Listen, I don't even know how to do it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love me too. I love you too. Don't forget, it's an open book test. Start at the beginning of the sequence if you need to. Get a refresher. We really need to be prepared for this. We really do. And I'm so proud. I'm proud. So blessed. Honored that you guys come and spend time with me, okay? I think things are going to start taking a turn. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go jump in the river now to see what... I don't want to start talking out of turn, because it's not my message, it's their message. Okay, hang tight. Hang in there. Do your maintenance, cut your cords, y'all know the drill by now. And if you don't, previous videos, okay? Leave a comment, even if it's just emoji. Let me know you're out there. If you want to know I have services that I offer. They're listed down below. My contact information is there as well. If you have something about this topic or subject that you'd like to remark on, there's a comment section down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time one of these going insane with Temperance Germain video drops. Peace.